Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Steve Williams will now deliver his budget message and the budget, which is in accordance to Article 10, Section 10.2 of the Charter of the City of Huntington. It's my distinct honor to welcome Mayor Steve Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of council, members of the administration, First Lady, the residents of the city of Huntington. The budget that has been presented to you is a familiar document. It reflects the policies and priorities that we have sought to deliver over the past 3 budgets. There continues to be an emphasis on a record spending on public safety, record spending on capital improvements, a focused priority on economic growth, and all with an emphasis on innovation. Revenues are consistent and stable and sustainable. Expenditures are under control, and they are coupled with controlled expenditures, yielding a stable fiscal environment. A stable fiscal environment yields opportunity to create aggressive growth. We've positioned the city to be fiscally and operationally sound. The state of the city is stable. Therefore, the state of the city is strong. President George Washington, in the opening remarks of his 7th State of the Union message, stated to the members of the Senate and the House of Representatives, I quote, "I trust I do not deceive myself when I indulge the persuasion that I have never met you at any period when more than at the present, the situation of our public affairs has afforded just cause for mutual congratulation, and for inviting you to join with me in profound gratitude to the author of all good for the numerous and extraordinary blessings we enjoy." To join me in profound gratitude to the author of all good for the numerous and extraordinary blessings we enjoy. Bishop, that sounded like something you would have said. President Washington was reporting the affairs of state to a newly created union. And he was reporting this in the midst of tenuous domestic uncertainty, fiscal and financial challenges, disorder among the frontiers, continued war and insurrection abroad. And he found the fortitude to express to his colleagues in the House and Senate, once again, to join me in profound gratitude to the author of all good for the numerous and extraordinary blessings we enjoy. And he continued to say, to unite our efforts to preserve, prolong, and improve our immense advantages, to cooperate with you in this desired work, is a fervent and favorite wish of my heart. The words of President Washington mirror what's on my heart this day. Those of us who are chosen to serve are blessed to be able to serve in a time like this. Furthermore, we're blessed to be able to serve in such willing company. History will chronicle these days as the transient, transformational moment in the life of our community and region. The citizens of our city have been confronted with a barrage of transformational challenges. Such challenges have descended upon our neighborhoods, not by locally created prescriptions, but by market and policy forces that have national and international origins. The past 5 decades have seen international markets change the manufacturing landscape that caused manufacturing jobs to be moved to foreign shores. A changing technological and digital marketplace have displaced jobs to be performed by robots. A changing energy economy has disrupted local economies in Appalachia, causing residents to seek employment beyond their ancestral homes. In turn, communities have been left with scant support to recreate a productive economy to provide for families and enterprise. We must confront these issues with the knowledge that much of these issues are not unique to our own community, but are held in common with cities, towns, and villages across the nation. Just as well, we must face the challenge before us, united with our brethren in other cities across the nation and around the world, but we must face these challenges not as victims, but as warriors, ready to stand strong before the headwinds of market forces, national and international policies, and intransigent stubbornness by those who profit from the decline that is brought upon populations that they seek to exploit. We must never allow ourselves to be seen as a victim, nor seen as a potential victim. We've learned that life isn't fair. Rather than ruminating over our sad fortune to be faced with such sad circumstances, there are those who are determined that sad fortune can be transformed into wonderful fortune, to be given the opportunity to overcome challenges such as this. This is the mindset of this city council in service to the citizens of Huntington. When faced with economic uncertainty, this council and this administration found economic discipline. When faced with market despair, this council and this administration found innovation. When faced with public safety concerns, this council and this administration found community collaboration. In short, this council, this administration, this community has chosen to identify the solutions rather than excuses. A city of solutions is defined by the fortitude of the people who comprise the community. The corporate governing structure of the city is simply a reflection of its population. Huntington has a highly chronicled history of resilience. The resilience has begun to be reflected in activity within our city today. Jobs and investments are returning. Crime is reducing. Roads, sidewalks, sewers are all being repaired at levels unthinkable in years past. Every part of the city displays indications of rapid and various improvements. For instance, improvements approved by this city council: $5 million in sewer improvements, $8.8 million in How Greer corridor improvements, $2.6 million in street improvements, $3 million of improvements inside and outside the Mountain Health Arena. Marshall University is building a baseball stadium, and the Huntington Municipal Development Authority has just recently acquired the ACF Industries. In short, Huntington is engaged in a transformational renaissance. Our imprimatur has become known as a community that faces issues directly by clearly identifying the challenge and collaboratively identifying innovative solutions. A city of solutions. As we proceed forward, we do so with an eye intending to foresee how the city will evolve over the next 5 decades. When making such plans, the measurement of risk must be taken into consideration. To some, the assessment of risk is the attempt to mitigate the downside possibilities. Our challenges in the future are in the opposite direction, however. Market forces are moving in Huntington that will bring unparalleled growth, and Huntington will be known as the economic gateway to the Appalachian region. Our challenge then is, how do we manage the upside risk? Question beyond that is, every individual within our community has to answer this. Are we prepared to handle success? Our city has been evolving in recent years. Our efforts have been focused among 4 pillars: fiscal stability, public safety, economic growth, and innovation. When you control finances, you control policy. Fiscal stability has restored. Fiscal year 2018, we were focused on bringing city expenditures under control. Healthcare and pension costs then comprised 45% of our budget. Today, they comprise 35% of our budget. Our financial system is audited annually. In the past 2 years, the city has received audits with zero findings. And this is the only time in over 40 plus years that the city has had such a clean audit. Our public safety pensions were once the subject of criticism and scorn. Today, our pensions, for the first time, our pension payments are made on time. The pension calculations now, for the first time, are assured to being accurate. We've collaborated with the West Virginia Municipal Pension Oversight Board to assure that the city's contribution calculations performed by the Municipal Pension Oversight Board are conducted and performed in a timely manner so they don't disrupt our fiscal year budgets as they had previously in 2011 and 2016. In turn, our police and firefighter retirees have been given an assurance from the city that the pension obligation that was made to them upon their retirement would be honored and protected. When I came into office in 2013, the asset value of the firefighter pension fund was $13,522,855. The most recent asset value of the firefighter pension fund is $32,310,123, an increase of 138%. In 2013, the asset value of the police pension fund was $22,413,615. The most recent asset value of the police pension fund was $43,047,808, an increase of 92%. Today, the Huntington Public safety pensions are used by the West Virginia Municipal Pension Oversight Board as an example of how to successfully turn around and manage public safety pensions. Our revenues were the focus of fiscal year 2019. We worked to assure that taxes and fees assessed are taxes and fees that must be paid. We've stepped up efforts to place liens on property. I personally sign off on cease and desist orders to close businesses that refuse to pay their taxes and fees. In turn, fly-by-night landlords find do not occupy orders posted on their property when taxes and fees are not paid. As a result, our revenues continue to increase each year because of our aggressive collection efforts. I think we all agree that our residents must feel safe. Crime statistics and violent crime and property crime have reduced each of the past 2 years. This year and the past 2 years, police and fire department budgets have been the largest budgets in the history of each department. This has allowed significant investments in public safety, such as 16 new police cruisers and 11 new detective vehicles during the past 2 years. These vehicles have also come equipped with radios and computers, and I'm proposing to purchase 5 more police cruisers in my proposed budget for next year. 3 new police motorcycles to update an aging fleet. External vest carriers for all our police officers. For the last 3 years, we have budgeted 109 police officers and 97 in the fire department. Recruitment continues to be a challenge. Therefore,